Having a same-sex partner in society today is a very controversial topic. When you add kids to the mix, it causes a bigger commotion. Some people say that this isn't fair to the kids and that they don't have a choice, and putting them through that is not something that should be put on them. Others say that this is a great thing and it can be very influential to the child's life. I looked into whether or not this is a good or bad thing and how it affected children growing up with gay parents. The first two stories I read were Sue and Melina. Sue grew up with two fathers, and going on the playground, she felt that she was being bullied and that her parents were being discriminated against. She didn't know always what the other kids were saying to her about her parents, but when she went home and asked her parents, they refrained from telling her the definitions because they didn't want that in their household. The other story I read about was Melina. She also grew up with two same-sex parents in San Francisco. She also felt that she was bullied as a kid and that her parents were being bullied as well. So even in a place like San Francisco where there is so much diversity around them, you'll still find groups that don't accept everything in society. The third story I did read was about a boy named Kevin who also grew up with two same-sex parents. But where he grew up, he said that there was more diversity growing, so he didn't feel like he missed out on anything having two of the same parents versus a mom and a dad. But another thing he did add was that he felt as though his parents were being bullied by the government. So after that, I looked into the government roles in same-sex parenting. One thing I did find that affected children growing up with same-sex parents is church. Church doesn't always look upon gay parenting and gay couples highly, so it was harder getting their kids enrolled in confirmation or church classes. Other people think that they don't want gay parents to have an influence on their children's love life, but looking into that, almost every story I read talked about how that opposed the thought and all the kids didn't feel like their parents had an effect on who they dated or who they were interested in. I also looked into economic disadvantages and how the government did limit gay parents, and I saw why Kevin felt that his parents were being discriminated against by the government. Okay. One of the things I did find was that the government, or that the gay parents pay into the tax system and put their taxes there, and that they're not always allowed to adopt kids or foster kids or even have custody of children. When a gay parent or a gay couple partner dies, they have to prove their ownership of every item in their household, or they can face a total loss of everything to the other partner's family. Another one I found was that they cannot receive any death benefit if their partner dies, or any pensions of the deceased. So, in conclusion, the question being asked is whether gay parenting is beneficial or not, but I think it is something that will always be around, but also something that will always cause conflict. More diversity seems to be piling up in the United States, but maybe it's a good thing for gay parents to be around and to teach our youth that not every family is the same, but also that not everything in life is fair.